Well, alright, what's up everybody, and welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. I know I am, and I literally just woke up from a nap, guys. Been working non-stop lately, and so I'm really freaking tired, but I told myself I was gonna make another piece of content today, and here I am making it. And as you can tell from the title of the video, these are gonna be 10 things you shouldn't do in the UK. And before you start saying like, oh, what do you know about the fucking UK, or what, blah blah blah. Alright guys, I have actually lived in the UK for a little less than a year. When I was 20 years old, I was in my third year of university and I went to study abroad there. So I've lived there, alright, basically. And one of the first things I do want to say is I I love the UK. It was so much fun. I was living specifically in England, and it was just so much fun. I made some really great friends. I was able to do so many things that I wouldn't normally do in America, such as traveling. And I seriously love the UK. It was so wonderful there. And if you are watching and you are from the UK, please understand this video is not to offend you or like say anything bad about the UK, because honestly I really love the UK, and it has brought me a lot of great memories. Definitely not bashing the UK here. Alright, so let's get started with the first don't of the UK. So firstly, don't call it just England. A lot of people get that mixed up. There's like actual proper names for it. So England is like one of the countries within the UK, because the UK stands for the United Kingdom. So much like the United States, there's different like states in there. So within the United Kingdom, there's different countries in there. So you have England, you have Wales, you have Scotland, you have North Ireland, and so all of those countries make up the UK. And so overall, you could call like someone living or someone from England like English, and if you could call someone from Scotland Scottish, but then like overall, you would call them like they're British. And one last thing about that actually, so like Scotland, Wales, and England, bodies like actually touching each other, that's considered like Great Britain. But whenever you want to include like North Ireland, that's when it becomes the United Kingdom. So if that makes sense. But either way though, don't just call it England. Like say you're in Scotland, don't call it that England, because it's not England. It's actually Scotland, right? So just be aware of where you are. All right, and moving on. This is one that I caught on to really quickly. I didn't have a problem like about it, or I didn't like have someone like like push me or anything. But I did notice this like very fast. Is that when you are like, especially in London and the big cities, if you are going up an escalator, like don't block the escalator by standing on the left side, because the left side, there's like an unspoken rule, is that the left side is meant for the people like that are going to be like in a hurry or like walking up. And so if you are on an escalator and you're not in a hurry, stand on the right side, because the right side is what is what's designated for the people like not in a hurry or just gonna stand there, right? So definitely don't block the escalator, because you will make a lot of people mad, or someone just might just push you. But I didn't have a problem with that, but I did learn that one a lot very quickly though. Alright, so number 3, this is actually pretty funny in my opinion, because the British, I would say that they're notorious for creating queues and queuing up for everything, I would say. So definitely you don't want to jump the queue, because that is very disrespectful. And honestly, that's not even disrespectful just in the UK, that's just disrespectful like all over the world, I would say. I mean, in the United States, I wouldn't want someone jumping the queue. But either way, I would say the British take their queues very seriously, so don't jump to the front of the queue or just get into the queue like that. And the reason I find this particularly funny is because like even in England, when I was there, people would like queue up for the bus, and I just find it kind of funny, because there was really no need to like make a queue for the bus, because I mean, like, you're all gonna get on the bus. Like, it doesn't matter like if someone goes on it first, or like for me, for personally, it just didn't really matter for me. Like if I was there first, but then someone else got on there first, like I didn't really like. It's not a big deal. Like, you're all gonna get on the bus, right? But either way, it's just funny how like they would just queue up for that. So yeah, definitely. So definitely just don't jump the queues. And number 4, this one can be a little iffy, but in my opinion, I would just say don't hire a car. Just because I mean they do drive on the left side of the road, and you might be coming from the country where that's not the case, or you might be driving on like the right side of the road, and so that will throw you off. And just imagine if like you're just driving on the other side of the road than what you're used to. Just do that alone can be probably pretty tricky, and plus on top of that, you'll have to like navigate like the cities, the streets, the lights and how to get places. So definitely it will be a challenge. I would definitely recommend, if you are gonna do it, to get GPS. But I will say though, honestly, in my opinion, I think getting in anywhere in the UK really is it's not that hard. By bus or by train, it's not too difficult. But but it is very expensive. So I don't know. Maybe hiring a car won't be that bad. But my opinion, I don't think it's really worth it. Number 5, you don't want to fake their accent. Definitely. That's gonna come off as rude, and because they're gonna catch on to it really quickly. So don't fake their accent. And plus also you wouldn't want someone coming to your country and faking your accent. Even though I don't have an accent, but definitely you don't want to do that. And that's just common courtesy on any country you go to. All right, and the 6th don't about the UK is messing with the Queen's Guard. That's one of the things you really don't want to do. I know it's cool to get a photo with them, whatnot, but definitely don't annoy them or taunt them, and specifically don't touch them, because once you touch them, that's when they could technically hurt you back, I guess. They have guns, and everything, so definitely just don't mess with them, because they will fuck you up. And the 7th don't is, please don't leave the UK or England without having a proper English breakfast, and also a Sunday roast. Definitely, because they're actually really good. And I know some people go to the UK and they're just about the food because it doesn't look too appealing, or it's kind of it looks kind of fishy. No pun intended. But either way though, I know a lot of people can get a little bit overwhelmed, but I promise though, the food is very good, especially the English breakfast. Oh, they're pretty good. And honestly, as an American though, going and living in England, you can't really get a typical American breakfast unless if you're in London or something. But an English breakfast was the closest thing I got to an American breakfast, and I love my American breakfast, and I definitely love the English breakfast. It's really, really good. All right, and the 8th don't, guys, is when you're walking on the street, make sure to look to your right, because oncoming traffic is gonna be coming from the left side of the road. So meaning that if you are from a country where they normally drive on the right side of the road, you would normally look to your left for oncoming traffic, but that's not the case in the UK, because they drive on the left side, so you have to look to the right. Definitely, that's kind of a important one, just because that's a safety concern for a lot of people, because you really just forget. Honestly, I forgot quite a few times. Some of the big cities, especially London, they'll have painted down on the ground to look to your right, because they know that foreigners and tourists aren't gonna know to look to the right sometimes. So number 9 is don't be late. In my opinion, I would say that the English are really punctual. I would say even the buses, sometimes they would get there on the time they say they're gonna get there, and it's pretty crazy. But either way, just don't be late. I know in America especially girls will be or fashionably late, and honestly it's so fucking annoying. Either way though, don't be late, because it is kind of rude also. If you tell someone you're gonna be there at 17, be there at 17. Quite honestly, I enjoyed that part about England, because I would say I'm pretty punctual here in America as well, and going to somewhere where everyone else is pretty punctual, I really enjoy that, because especially in America, dude, seriously, especially people are fashionably late, and it's come on, dude, there's you don't get anything from this, from being fashionably late. And I just remember also in elementary school, dude, the girls would stay in the bathroom after the bell would ring, and come in 5-6 minutes late, just so whenever they go in the room, people would turn their heads and look at them, dude, all they want is attention, dude. Fuck, that's fucking stupid. But either way though, don't be late, and especially don't try to be fashionably late. That's fucking ridiculous. My last don't for you guys is don't only just visit London, if that makes sense. If you go to the UK, there's so many different places to visit and so many beautiful places to visit. A lot of people just go to London and do the touristy stuff, and that's fine. But definitely, you want to branch out, go to other cities and other countries within the UK, because I will say Cambridge is a very, very beautiful place to go to. I will say that Oxford is also very beautiful. There's so many castles around the UK that they're worth visiting, and and there's other places to visit. Like Scotland is also it's extremely beautiful. The landscapes in Scotland are so beautiful. And honestly, go to like Lake Loch Ness. It's very beautiful. Alright, you guys. So that's gonna go ahead and conclude today's video. I try to keep it short as possible. Hopefully, I did. We'll see. But with that, guys, definitely thank you guys so much for watching. It really means a lot. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.